everybody! Oh, God! I'm Yeruing no me, but actually it's the Hito no me model! Yelling man! Yes, okay, hello. I've learned recently that the song I'm playing will get claimed. So I must avoid that at all costs. Can we hear it all? No? Okay, it's done. That shit gets claimed. I might need to replace that song, even though it's based. It's become a staple of the Talking Pirates franchise, the Talking Pirates enterprise. Anyway, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Fucking Shueisha. I mean, I don't know. Actually, you can't blame Shueisha. That's going to be Toei and their musical subsidiaries. Can't blame this one on the manga, boys. Can't blame it on the manga. Let's go over here, shall we? Let's take a look at things that are popping off. Woo! I've got some copyright no me model demonetization. All right, everybody, here's some thoughts, or rather, here's a bit of an update, a piece of news, which was that I did make an honest-to-goodness attempt to get our man Morge on the stream here today. Now, that's not as dramatic as it sounds. What it is that I reached out through email and a couple of things to try to talk to Morge about some stuff, you know, some various things. And it's your Nate tier time to go. Understood, Salt Miner. It's been a pleasure, as always. So I tried to reach out to Morge. The main problem was I actually couldn't really get like a reliable way to contact Morge. I could have tweeted at him, I guess, just like in general. I don't know. It didn't seem like it because he's got his DMs closed, and I had no other way to like really reach him. I followed up on his contact info. He's only got like he's got like some like management email on his like YouTube account, so it was a little strange. Hang on, this is supposed to look more like this. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Yeah, I don't know. Like I never heard back from the guy, but like I was like going through his like, I don't know, his like PR company or something. I don't know, like his YouTube manager. I was thinking like, why does Morge need a manager? Why does anyone need a manager? But I guess some people do have reasons for such things. I don't understand them, but maybe they do. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking that at this point, I want to try to find other ways to reach the guy. All right, Takuda, what's up, dog? What do you do between starting the stream and unmuting your mic? Also, IDK, I cleared this up, but the guy who same croom as a chrome pun is right. They replaced the ru with a ro, and then croom happens. Like kudomu. Because it's kudumu. But why would chrome be like, what's the joke of chrome? Is that like a... Yeah, I'm not following. What does kudomu... I'm not following because I guess I never actually really looked it up. I thought I did. I'd have to look it up in Japanese. But okay, let's say that it does mean chrome. Then what does that mean? It seems like you don't know either. Yeah, like medical implements are chromical in their appearance and composition. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's time to. I got to reach out to Morge and maybe other people too because I do want to start having some discussions, you know. There's things to talk about. Okay, people say this, it's a pun of sorts. Okay, a pun has to have, like, a point. It can't just be thing that sounds different or, like, connects to other things. Like, that thing, at least to be, like, a good pun. And I'm not even sure it fits the technical definition of what a pun is if there's, like, not some point to it. Like, there's, like, a thematic through line, which is why you would pick that other phraseology. Tesla Novus giving subs. Thanks, buddy. Let's play him this one.
Easy
as we do.
Money!
Not a pun, but a play on words. I mean, that's definitely possible. That's definitely possible. One day I'll figure it out. Tallest fella and crafted bot, aren't you lucky individuals? Yeah. I mean, I would love to kind of start having some back and forth with some people about some of my hotter takes on this One Piece stuff. And I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, Kudo does mean black in Japanese, but what's the connection there? Like, I'm not understanding, like black what? Is his, because it's not like his sword, like, turns black. I don't know. Anyway, fuck law, shit meme character, more importantly. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I might just at him on Twitter and see if he responds. That's probably the next approach to do, which I'll try. And then, I mean, I guess that has the added benefit of I can be like, hey guys, fucking like or like retweet this and respond if you want Morge to do it. And then presumably, he might feel the inclination to do it. You know, that'd be cool. I always like to reach out privately, but at this point, I'm left no alternative. You know, and I feel like the guy would be open to talking to me. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see it. Yeah, so please try to talk to King of Lightning. He has the almost opposite opinion of you on all takes. He's a Lost stan, but a kid hater? Oh boy, he sounds like a hype brainlet, unfortunately. I mean, King of Lightning is definitely a hype man, which is a tragic reality of the guy. However, he does have a brain still, because he was one of the guys who was calling out, like, Urza, like, inexplicably beating up like a fucking meteor when she was like already dead, which was very refreshing and good to see. You know, are you going to clear up the misinformation your boy Giguk was spreading about Nika being planned? What did Giguk say? Was this on Twitter or something? I'll have to yell at him about it. I'm very curious. Please tell me more about what Giguk said. Look, Giguk. Hey man, look, Giguk's no me, you know? He doesn't have the biggest brain, because that's me. That's me who has the biggest brain. Shut up, bitch! Everyone else is always going to be smaller, but the only One Piece tuber who has kind of still has a mind of his own is Tekking. Really? Interesting. Okay, let's see Giguk's smooth brain take. All right, let's take a look, shall we? Why not? Why not? Okay. One Piece be like, yeah, remembering 500 chapters ago, there was this one bit of dialogue in that random flashback that seemed completely irrelevant to anything and everyone forgot about it. Well, that was foreshadowing the earth-shattering event happening now. Oh, no. Giguk. Now, see, I know this guy is not, he's not in the trenches. Let's, I mean, I assume it's Twitter, so they're just gonna be buying it up, you know? Like, how much time am I gonna devote out of my day to like explain why these people are wrong? I have zero time to like be on Twitter explaining to people why they're wrong, you know? But maybe I could have him on the show here and I could educate him on the correct opinion to have about these new developments. But see, okay, the thing is, like, you know, it's easy to jump on a claim like that. And obviously it's kind of getting at some stuff that I'm not the biggest fan of. But, like, it doesn't mean that he's specifically saying every single claim that was made. I mean, how many hundreds of chapters ago was fucking Joy Boy stuff? Like, the Joy Boy stuff, like, it was, like, foreshadowed in that, like, the character was introduced. I mean, if that's what we're talking about, what was Fishman Island? That was, like, maybe that's literally what he means. I think anyone who gives a serious reading of what's going on, anyone with an above room temperature IQ is going to say that, like, you know, Nika stuff was not planned from chapter 1. And yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people saying, like, no, it was planned. Yeah, those people have a sub-ape IQ. They are stupid and they are wrong. And they should be laughed at for that opinion. Nestle PK, thanks, buddy.
Easy
giving subs to people. Thanks, man. Enjoy that, everybody. Enjoy your subs from Nestle here. This might surprise you, but I'm not certain about the planness of Nika. But again, it gets into like the specific claims.
Good, right?
Look, Oda. See, here's the thing. Like, Oda could have planned. Like he didn't, but Oda could have planned that like Luffy's ultimate power will be this like meta version of stretchiness. Like at some point, you know, Oda has thought about One Piece once or twice in his life. You know, not as much as me, but he's put a little bit of thought into it, and he's thought like. You know, I'm sure he speculated what could like Luffy's endgame powers look like. Look, all of us have done it, and we've all theorized about like what Luffy's awakening at least could look like. So I think as soon as awakening came into being, in like the more developed ways, like we saw with Doflamingo, and you know, it was hinted in Enies Lobby or Impel Down rather. Who knows? Like, the idea could have been there. The seed of the idea of, like, Luffy stretching things around him or whatever could have always been there. But this idea that it was a Zoan and all this other shit with just a basic amount of, like, just knowing how stories work. And that manga writers make stuff up as they go along. This is just known. This is just true. and that post people used to defend this from Bakuman, which I would love to reach. If anybody has that page, I would love to bring that up. Where they're like, whoa, the author went back and he like took little seeds that he planted before and now he's expanding on them now that he like knows what to do later. Like, that's fine. There's like nothing wrong with that. But when you do that and you are making things up as you go and there are lore contradictions added in by that, like, let's just not ignore them. I'm not going to ignore them. And they do cut against the quality of the series overall, if you're judging it as, like, literally perfect or not. So elements of it could have been in Oda's mind, could have been literally woven into the story for, like, a long period of time with, like, Awakening being introduced. However, I think, like, above all, the fact that it was a Zoan is the number one thing that I just know was not planned because it so clearly breaks every other rule. Oh, but Oda has all these exceptions. Don't care. Keep coping, motherfucker. It was not planned. Cope and seethe and sneed and die. Yeah. But other elements, you know, like, could have been planned from a while back. So again, I hate to bring it to, like, Gigic's point there. Some of it could have been planned. Some of it could have, like, not been planned, you know? So, like, there is distinction to be made there, and I don't want to say that, like, Oda planned nothing. This is all hack. It's all hacked all the way down. Embarrassing. You're fine with it being the coast? Oh, most ridiculous fruit, right? Just not the prophecy piece stuff. Well, I mean, see, like, in general, what I've always liked about Luffy is Luffy making the best of, like, a shitty fruit. So, like, I hate this is the thing that I hate the second most. Number one is the Zoan thing. Number two is the renaming of the fruit by the world government. And, like, it's one specific fruit. They clarify. Yeah, you know, like, one specific, this tweet has probably blown up for the wrong reasons because people are credulous idiots and they buy everything and they don't have a nuanced opinion about, like, what things were planned because they are dopamine hype addicts. And I don't blame them for it, but I am going to castigate them for it, for not critically engaging their brains. I just read One Piece to relax. Not beat me, motherfucker. It is a lifestyle. So fuck off. I'm literally smarter than you. This is my point. So yeah, like, the stuff of renaming literally exactly one fruit is deeply embarrassing, and is among the worst writing choices Oda has literally ever done because it's so obviously cope to make up for the stuff that he wants to do, making it like a mythical zone or whatever. But like, again, the powers themselves are generally okay. I don't like the godliness. I wish, again, all that stuff that cuts against Luffy, just making the best of a bad devil fruit, basically. Let's not forget, literally one arc ago, thematically, there was this idea of Eternal Rain, gifts and subs. Thanks, buddy.
Easy money!
Like, the idea of Katakuri being vastly more powerful, including his devil fruit being better. And now it's like, oh, no, there actually was this thing that, like, his is better. I mean, it's just the fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, magic powers out of nowhere, deeply embarrassing. It was not planned. The people who think it is are not using their brains. And it's just, like, the fact that Gigic tweet blew up, for example. I mean, look, it's Gigic. Anything he tweets is going to do pretty well. And see, people, that is exactly what I talked about in, like, the Mikkel video. Again, and I don't blame the man, you know. I am the scholar here, you know. You're never going to want to blame and get too much on the case of the people who are, you know, elementary school kids versus the college professor, the PhD candidate. That's me versus these other people down here, you know. By the way, I'm not seeing enough usage of this emote, which is BGE phone, which I deeply love, and I want to see people post that and say, dump it. One Piece stock is skyrocketing right now. Dump it. That's what I think of when I see it. So yeah, just saying. Awakening being such an asshole is what bugs me. I mean, and again, we have not explained how Luffy came back from the dead. It simply hasn't been addressed, you know? I know, and Dr. Keck right here, every time I see Gear 3rd these days, I just think of Nika. Feels bad, honestly. And that is the damage that people can't fucking categorize, and they're not taking into stock when they are thinking about, like, oh, I'm currently getting a dopamine hit. That's fun for me. Yay. You know? Tony, thanks, buddy. Of course. Gotta do it.
Easy money!
Yeah, you know, it's just... Oh, there he is. Okay, thank you, Tony, so he could do the emote, too. Perhaps, yeah, look, I am not even entertaining that, like, Luffy was necessarily literally dead, though that is a pretty reasonable reading of the situation. I just think that, like, Luffy was, like, defeated. The narrator said so, and then he was back alive somehow. What changed? What changed? Dr. Keck says, I rewatched Film Z last night. Wish we could go back. Ha ha. Oh. Right, go back to, I thought you were saying it was one of the shitty ones, that you wish you could go back before you watch the movie to not waste your time doing it. I mean, his heart literally stopped, but see, okay, Oda has written himself a thing there about, like, the heart stopping, that what that could have been is the transition of Luffy, like, his heartbeat changing to be the heartbeat of like, you know, like the Joy Boy, the Nika fruit, because it's like a drum beat. That's like the thing it does, right? Which is deeply embarrassing, and I hate it, but it's what's happening now. What was I saying about that? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. There are things that are annoying about it. And again, I've said this over and over, just if it was just these super stretchy, like, kind of awakening powers as we already understand them, that would all be very acceptable and good, and I would like it, as I do like a lot of the stuff Luffy's doing right now. I'm not anti-fun whatsoever. I like fucking, like, Luffy doing a bunch of goofy Looney Tune stuff. It's a really fun, creative angle. But I don't know. It comes with so much baggage the way he did it. Why could we have just not done that? Anyway, also, have you given your take on the Film Red trailer with that juicy lore drop? Hey, I'll tell you this. I have not watched the Film Red trailer. You want to watch it together right now? How about we do it? I haven't watched it. Let's see. Film Red One Piece trailer. Let's watch it right now, shall we? I have not seen it. Let's see what they've got. I'm probably going to dislike it generically. Let's see. Uta. Okay. Immediately. What is this shit? Oh, God. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Now, see, my gut reaction, I need to calm it down. I need to let this continue. We will get to the SBS. We will do. Okay. All right. Shanks' daughter arc is happening. This is convenient. Okay. Look, okay. This isn't that bad. This is that thing that does annoy me about Oda's writing style in general, though it does work to his advantage in some ways. That's not even bad. That, like, Oda leaves histories wide open so anything could be filled in later. I'm definitely going to ignore it, other than, like, some key salient details. Okay, Shanks having a daughter is, like, not the end of the world, generally speaking. Now, I notice he has the hat here. So that was, okay, 2 years, and then, like, what was it, 2 years ago, and then it was, what was the time skip after Luffy? It was like 10 years, like 9 years after he got the hat. I mean, he did all the stuff in the Great Terminal. His whole flashback happened. It was 9 years. Okay, 9 and then a 2-year time skip. So it's been 11 years at minimum since this happened. Or it was 10. Okay, whatever. It's around then. So it's around 10 years, 10 plus years that he is going to leave this. Okay, all right. Let's see more. And by the way, I have seen people already talking about this. Oh, by the way, I can see that Yasop joined the right crew, right? Because he also fucked off and abandoned his child too. Haha, epic. So what was the shit? The people are saying that, like, it's gonna be probably that Shanks and this girl are not, like, biologically related. I mean, hell, Luffy's got, like, 2 brothers that aren't biologically related, 2 separate brothers of different parents. So Shanks evading child support arc, that's definitely what's going on. Yeah, she's probably, like, a spiritual daughter, not, like, his literal daughter, but I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Yo, this is what I'd rather be watching right now. My boy Tony and Jr. Ooh, that's the good shit. All right, let's keep going. Wah, come back. Okay, why are you leaving her, bro? So he's just a deadbeat asshole. All right, okay, she looks fine. She's a diva. Hey, it's my boy, Sakazuki. I don't care about this at all. I have a problem with this. Uh-oh, Shanks being anti-equality? Oh, dangerously based. Okay. Let's see. Wait, is more happening? Oh, it's like some millions of fucking shit. Okay, now I have a problem with this already. Yeah, her name is Uta. Song means song, whatever. That's fine. The true moral of One Piece is that children are cringe and freedom is based. I'm gonna need an explanation for why Shanks is fucked off. I don't care at all about her voice. I don't care about any of this. The deadbeat pirates, yeah, makes sense. His daughter is doing this. Is she doing something good or bad? I don't know. I mean, she does have big fatherless behavior vibes. I mean, just look at her outfit. She's clearly like a Twitch thought or like a TikTok degenerate, you know? See you later, Dr. Keck. Peace out. This is fine. I just don't care. I'm not the audience for this because I'm not an idiot. That's a little unfair. It's actually that I'm just not. I only care about the canon stuff that matters. Okay, but I will say I have a problem already. That it is a mistake, and I'm already mad that we're getting like some Shanks lore in this movie. That it's gonna be like, I mean, they give away the emotional beats. I don't know. I don't care. Will I watch this? I mean, I didn't watch the last one. The voice of all things to be ham-fistedly inserted into that movie. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So Shanks' daughter. I mean, people are gonna be asking about this character till the end of the series. Now that she's like fucking Shanks' daughter or whatever, she's gonna be brought up in every discussion. Nate, but did you watch the last one? No, I didn't. I did not watch the last one. Do the wings mean she's Lunarian, and why are Marines involved? I mean, weren't there other shots where she didn't have wings? I mean, she doesn't have wings here, right? Let's just see. We saw like her silhouette here, right? Yeah, see, no wings. They're like design or something. I mean, it's half canon. Like, you know, Kinshiki is canon. It's mute. I don't care. I have just a bit of an objection with Oda doing anything to fuck with Luffy's relationship with Shanks until we get to the end game where it actually matters, because this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. I mean, every character that is introduced is like semi-canon, but obviously, you know, Kinshiki to the greatest degree. All right, here's my take. I don't care at all. It's probably gonna fuck with some lore, like a little bit, but not that much, so I can just ignore it. That's exactly what I want. I just don't care. So, like, my big takeaway from the last one is that I hate it more than life itself for spoiling the Laugh Tale reveal, which Oda is to blame for. And I don't know, maybe Shueisha, maybe Toei, I don't know. They're all to blame. They're all fools. They fucked up. I don't even think it's a Shiki situation. Oda is letting Toei give Shanks a canon daughter before we even learn anything about him in the series proper. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't know what to think about this, other than it's probably a mistake. Whatever, I don't care. Don't care at all. More importantly, let's talk about a little thing called One Piece. I mean, it said. Let me just check that. Let's see what the lore thing. It said Oda like executive producer. Okay, now see, here's why you're wrong, Sanchez. It would say writer if he was writer right here. It says original story and general producer. You know what that means? That means that we're in a Gurm type situation, like with Elden Ring. Oda contributed a couple of ideas, and you let other people run it. But now, I'll grant you, though. I'll grant you. Saying original story... Well, actually, you know what? Original story might mean, like, literally One Piece, the original story. I hate these fucking vague terms. It probably means he had little to no involvement, but he may have come up with, like, her design. He may have even come up with, like, the major story beats. We don't know the specifics, but, you know, I don't know. I would say that he probably did have, like, green light control over, like, the concept of, like, a Shanks daughter. But we just don't know. I don't know. The same thing came up with One Piece Odyssey. Yeah, which I mean, hey, remember all the amazing lore stuff in One Piece Odyssey? I don't know what the fuck happened there. Yeah, he probably just approved things and didn't write them. He did write Kinshiki, and notice that is why the Golden Lion Man keeps appearing in the series. He also obviously wrote like Chapter 0, which was like his big thing, you know. We can see an emerald. Now see, now that starts to make me a little peeved if that's true. Let's look for the Emerald City real quick, because the Emerald City has long been one of those things that was, oh, is that it right there? Has been one of those things that's been mentioned as like, oh, those are green stones, right? Z is cool. Z didn't fuck up too much. It did fuck up some things though. It's not totally guiltless. Look, if we waste, well, okay, maybe Oda's thinking, here's just a thing I'll say. Like, maybe Oda's like, okay, I wrote in a bunch of, like, stuff, and not all of which I needed to touch. Early on in the series, they talk about the big myths. The City of Gold, which we found, which was, the Shandia, city or whatever, with the bell and whatnot. The Emerald Eye, or the Emerald City, whatever it was, that was another one. It was obviously a reference to the Wizard of Oz, but nonetheless, cool. Maybe Oda is thinking, and he I don't want to be like too much of like a fucking like literal knee-jerk reaction asshole. Oh, I hate everything. That's not the case. Like, if Oda is getting to the end of One Piece, as we definitely are now, and Oda's like, okay, look, I'm never gonna write an arc. I know how many arcs I'm doing. Oh, right, the Island of Dwarves. I think that was mentioned too. That list of like that the slavers had of all the different races and stuff. Yeah, I mean, Douglas Bullet being like a super powerful Roger pirate, but not appearing. Okay, that like the power level stuff is cope. He could have been in the background. Like that doesn't ruin everything. There were a lot of pirates in the crew, the Roger crew. But just on this point though, like the Emerald City, if Oda has decided that like I'm not gonna have time to cover something like the Emerald City. Yes, I mentioned it. I'm not gonna use it. So why don't we just put it into a movie? I think that is fine. I think that is not the worst thing in the world. Although I will say this. I think that the movies just are shit across the board. They have cheap narrative arcs. They're rushed. They're not well planned. They're extremely shallow. They usually have like an idea. Like Strong World was okay. That was pretty cool that there's like this floating country that is run by the unique devil fruit powers of Kinshiki. Although if you knock that boy out one time, the whole city falls. So that's actually a pretty irresponsible thing to do. So I don't know if I would live there. Yeah, they're typical shonen movies, aka not very good. Film Gold has the sexiest outfits. Bro, you need to watch, what is it, like the Baron of Machine Island or whatever, where Nami and Robin's tits are bouncing like 100% of the time. And also very sexual outfits. But that's mostly their bodies are sexy, or than the outfits themselves. Gold did have some very sexy outfits, like that Lucky girl, the girl with like the luck fruit. Yeah, I mean, okay, yes, the Baron Omatsuri Island is good. There are things in Film Z that I like a lot. Z is a good character, for the most part, and his role as like this like retired admiral that all the Marines respect, that's based as shit. Yeah. Anyway, I just this idea of the Emerald City here. Like, here's a question: what would be better if an idea like the Emerald City forever remained in our minds as Baccarat? Yeah, that's the sexy girl. Though the one with the purple hair is also very attractive. I mean, it's a One Piece girl, of course she's hot. What's better? For an idea like something like the Emerald City that Oda references as like this place of myth, some of which we visit, like the City of Gold, we do see that in the story. Others are like Captain John or like Silver Axe, or like there's some myths of those guys, some of which do show up from time to time. Like, I think my point being, like, we don't need to literally see all of those. I am super okay with many of those things not being visited at any point in the story, because if One Piece turns into this thing where they literally visit everything on the checklist, that actually cheapens the overall narrative. And I would prefer lots of things just remain mysteries. Because if you think about it, like, God, I feel like people reading One Piece right now totally forget this stuff. One of the super fun things about One Piece, and which is why I think a lot of people think that like an MMO would be really cool, is that like, guys, what Luffy and the crew are doing from the very beginning, and especially when they get to what's it called? To fucking Twin Peaks, the Twin Capes rather, and they get their first log pose from what's his face, from Crocus, and they describe that like, yeah, ride the winds of chance, guys. There are multiple routes through the Grand Line. That's how it works. We do not see the vast majority of the islands that exist there, and we know they all have these like unique personalities because that's the kind of world that One Piece is. And so I really like the idea of like not seeing all that stuff, and filling in too many of those details is a bad idea because it eats away at that stuff. So I'm just saying, like, leave some things mysterious. I hope this movie isn't like the Emerald Island thing, because it's a movie. If it was in the main story and like Oda's writing it for real, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Oda's gonna do it justice. But I don't trust the anime writers to do that, you know? Yeah, we don't see the place where it's raining lightning, which I love the mystery of that. How the fuck did my man Rouge and his based pirate crew, what are they called? The Mad Monk Pirates or something? There better be a bunch of Uta incest dojins or there is no point to her. Couldn't agree more, my man.
Shut up.
No, don't shut up. It's literally what she was built to do. No doubt. Okay, whatever. That's what I have to say about that. That's my little rant on why I don't care about the movies. Baron Umatsuki, whatever the fuck that movie is, that's a good movie, but as I always say, not because it's a One Piece movie. Quite to the contrary. It's because it's just a good... That's a Mamoru Hosoda movie, right? Am I wrong? Am I remembering it correctly? Pretty sure it is. But yeah, it's like that's just a good movie that happens to have One Piece characters in. They don't need to be there. They contribute very little to why that movie is good. I don't know, bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So, and what's the other one? Like again, Z is good. I like Kinshiki a little bit, but that movie is not that good, really. Yeah, I don't know. There's an inherent issue with movies with like these long running stories because they're like. It's like you take a long-running manga story that has progression, and then you turn it into The Simpsons, and it's like, it's one episode, everything needs to be back to the status quo by the end, which doesn't work well in a progress-based, like, plot story where things are happening and changing, you know? It feels like, it's like a quagmire. It feels stagnating, and I don't like it as much. So, whatever. However, One Piece, those things can work pretty well when you've just got, like, a really cool idea for an island, like the Baron Omatsuki Island or whatever the fuck it is. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, just because they show up, it's like, oh god, something fucked up is happening here. Cool story arc happens, and then they leave. That's very One Piece. That's very One Piece. Okay, anyway, let's get into the SBS, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? On future episodes like this, I will try to get some guests. I'll probably message Morge after the stream here at some point, and see if he wants to come on next time there's an opening, and I'll stay on his ass. Because the real deal is, people, I've got a lot of other things going on in my life. The most I can contribute, or can like, what's the word? Well, the most I can give to, like, doing Talking Pirates as, like, a thing is kind of like a one time per week sort of thing. So, unfortunately, I'm not, like, a full-time One Piece guy. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to get a bunch of fucking videos out on my main channel and catch up on other projects I'm fucking behind on. So, you know, the One Piece stuff, like, it's not like I'm gonna, like, add an extra stream. I mean, I might actually do that if there's something I really want to do, and have, like, a guy like Morjon. But I kind of want to, like, spend some time, prepare, organize my arguments, you know, make sure I know what I'm talking about, watch some of the videos so I know the kind of takes that I want, because I want to have a real discussion. And I feel like this could be something very valuable I contribute, because there's a lot of, like, hype-poisoned people out there who, it's like being irony poisoned. These people are hype poisoned. Not Morge specifically, but a lot of the other people are. Yeah, you know. I want to contribute to that, but I only have so many hours per week to do that. So that's why it's probably going to be like a 1 per week thing, basically forever, until I make $1 billion doing it. Have you played any of the One Piece games? Oh yeah, baby. You know, the idea did cross my mind to have a gamer zone specifically as like a round table on One Piece stuff. That idea did cross my mind, but it's a good one, isn't it? And then we could talk about, I don't know, like a bunch of the stuff. I could really lay into them. And maybe I'd be blown the fuck out, you know? They'd say, Nate, it's Kino Piece, Nate. Always has been, always will be. Hey, maybe that'll be true. That's an excellent idea, though I obviously need to reach out to some of these people, see if they're around. So One Piece games I've played real quick. I have played, we go to the half fire, half ice island and spend 95% on the arc on one side. Yeah, that's a little... Because what happened there? Adventure piece was dominated by plot piece. Ooh, how I hate plot piece. Oh, I want to kick plot piece's fucking ass. And I will. Have you ever seen Sawyer 7? I don't know who Sawyer 7 is. Although maybe if I saw him, I'd recognize him. The name sounds a little familiar. Fighter Z for One Piece would overtake my life. I wouldn't mind something like that, like a stylized 2D anime kind of One Piece fighter like that. you know, like Luffy's main gimmick would be kind of weird there because he's like a long range guy, kind of inherently. It's like his main thing, you know. Unlimited World Red is great. I don't know that one. I'll just tell you, the one that I played was One Piece Grand Battle, my dudes, and One Piece Grand Adventure. Those were my shit. Loved the shit out of those. I also played some fairly shitty. There was like an adventure game where you could play as all the crew. It was on the Wii. It was on the Wii, and you were on like an island, and you play the high art that is Jump Force. Yeah, right. Oh no, I forgot. The best fighter, the best One Piece game of all time, probably, is Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars. Remember Jump Ultimate Stars for the Nintendo fucking DS? Those were some of the greatest games I ever played in my life. It was just the Smash Bros of Shonen Jump. It was off the fucking chain. Awesome. Fucking Jotaro going up against Luffy. I played that thing for thousands of fucking hours, maybe at least hundreds. And it was all in Japanese. It was not translated. God, I loved that shit. Highly recommend it. Go get a fucking DS emulator. The sprite art and the combos. Dude, the combos were so awesome. You could get like combos because it was Shonen Jump properties of like the Shaman King guy combined with like Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho, and they would do like a combination cross slash. Oh God, it was awesome. And yes, One Piece Unlimited Adventure is the one I'm thinking of. Not a great game, but I did play it for many hours. That's when I was hacking my Wii and getting Japanese games and stuff. Oh, good stuff. There was an English fan version. I don't think I had it though. I brute forced it as we all used to do back in the day before we knew any Japanese. Not that I know so much now. But hey, you know, the first time I played Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I didn't know any Japanese, and I had to just like wing it. But the second time I played it, once I was in college, I had learned katakana, and like, dude, so much of Japan opens up to you if you just learn katakana, because those boys be using English words in katakana all over the damn place. You will survive in Japan. I mean, even if you only speak English, you'll be fine. I know, I was there, and it's like every sign is in English too. But yeah, katakana, it's cruise control for cool, my dudes. If you just want to be able to like play games, like you'll see things like sutato. Oh, that means start. I know what that means. Menu. Oh God, I got it. Highly recommended learning katakana if you consume moon rune type activities. There was a Sugoi rare JPEG for Shanks and Film Red. I'm gonna drop $200 on opening some of these bad boys. What are you talking about? Oh, right, an NFT. Buy me one. Please donate one to my fund. I'm sure it's going to be worth tons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's actually get into the SBS now, shall we? Let's see what's going on. This is what we're here to do. Does Kingdom Hearts make marginally more sense knowing hiragana/katakana? I mean, in terms of like the plot, absolutely not. No, it's just more playable in Japanese. But I can see why you'd think that. All right, let's talk about One Piece Volume 95, shall we? Here at the 47-minute mark. Well, that's just my stream. We've been, I guess, about like the 40-minute mark more. All right, what is Volume 95 had to say for itself? Okay, Wano was happening. We got the Yonko guys going on. Shanks is thinking about how to exterminate people like Jinbei, based and red-pilled, if I say so myself. That's cash money shit. My best character, Blackbeard, looking great. Kaido, unimpressive. Big Mom, great character, looking good. And Luffy looks very cute. Okay, great. And let's see what Oda has to say for himself this time. Isn't this the volume that Luffy isn't even in? Damn, is there one like that? That doesn't, like, make it bad, although it does usually point to bloat happening in the story, which obviously is true, is happening. All right, let's see what Oda has to say for himself in this volume. You know how you start cleaning one tiny corner of your room, and then it just never, ever stops? Yeah, nice. I always wanted to say that, but not actually do it. Well, now I'm done. But this adventure isn't done by a long shot. Enjoy Volume 95. Very based, very based. And I love these little sketches Oda does for himself. He's done it for a long time, but they're just like a totally different art style. I like to think that this is just like his little opportunity to just like do a little art for other stuff. Just curious, who'd you vote for back in the WT 100 poll? What's the WT 100? Weekly W. I'm trying to think what that might mean. Feel free to clarify as we go to the actual SBS chapter. All right, World 100 top characters. Top characters of what? Of One Piece? Because I probably didn't vote at it or knew it was happening. Was that like open worldwide? Doesn't he draw cool stuff in general? I mean, yeah, but we don't get to see too much of it, because he draws One Piece all day, I didn't vote and I don't care. I'll tell you who's my favorite character in One Piece. Luffy was a top contender for a long time. Recent things have fucked with that. It hasn't ruined him. I'm just saying it's fucked with a little bit. I love Usopp. I love Brook. Law. Obviously, it's Law. I would probably still go with Luffy. But it's just, if Oda continues to, look, I'm never going to forget what Luffy meant to me for, a million fucking years. It's going to be Luffy still. Because Luffy just represents the things I love. But he is starting to represent the things I love less, And people will be like, Luffy was always the chosen one of destiny. Okay, if Luffy was always the chosen one of destiny or whatever, then maybe I'm an idiot and I'm a fool. But I do need to retroactively lower my opinion of the character. Because now if that's the case, I now understand that character is less about the things I liked about them. So, would recommend not doing that, But, I also think Luffy is being set up to not like his destiny. Okay, but even that aside, there are other things that have just happened unequivocally. He's the one with the literally changed name Devil Fruit. He is a literal god doing god things in the story. He's doing them right now by grabbing lightning, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. I have a funny relationship with determinism. I think on a certain large enough scale, I think it is literally true. However, we are what's the word I always say? We are biological automatons that are capable of influence by our environment, so it does actively affect the outcome if you believe in it or not. So I kind of just don't think it's sort of real, but it's also kind of not real, So I don't know. It's complicated. Le free will discussion. Here we go. One more time. That's what this SBS is going to be about. All right, let's start reading, shall we? Oh, yeah, and there was a theory that Shanks was going to give the fruit to Ace, so he was trying to force destiny, but Luffy is a subversion since he disrupted fate. Okay, that might literally be true, and Oda might, write that in. That definitely was not intended. I just 100% know as a fact. I feel it in my fucking soul. That was not intended. It'll be a retcon. Ace himself might have not existed when the story began, and that's on God, fam. For real, for real. He might have. I mean, who fucking knows? But, it's just, if that's true, that begins to seriously fuck with stuff. And makes it seem more like this is why Shanks saved Luffy, not because he just, liked him and stuff, Anyway, whatever. Still grumpy about Sabo. I don't blame you. All right, let's start reading, shall we? I'm gonna disengage with the chat a little bit, try to make some actual progress on this reading so we can all get some juicy content from our boy, Eiichiro Oda. Let me take a sip real quick. Okay, here we go. Starting it for real. UFO. While Odachi is looking for it. Ready. And SBS is starting. Okay, great. Love that. Where? UFO? I want to see it. I want to see it super... Okay, some of these are not that interesting. Okay, he's doing a joke. That's fine. I'll go chase it with my bicycle. Which way did it go? It does take energy, and my throat is always raw after doing these streams because I'm talking so fucking fast and intensely. And using my Yeru Yeru no Mi, and my lifespan is being shortened every time I awaken my Yeru Yeru no Mi on these streams. Ooh, canonically, how's this for canonicity? So technically what's happening isn't a stream. What's happening is I am yelling so loudly by awakening my Yeru Yeru no Mi. There it is, Kines. That's what's happening right now. I'm yelling so loudly that canonically for Talking Pirates, you can hear me yelling from the boat that I am sailing on for the Bestman Pirates or whatever it is. I think that's the canonicity of what is canonically happening on these streams. I'm yelling. Fucking the virgin Big News Morgans has to write his words on fucking paper and send them out like an absolute cuck. The Chad user of the BG of the Yeru Yeru no Mi awakens his devil fruit and yells loud enough so everyone can hear. The worldwide hears whether they know One Piece is or not. Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Oh shit, Uta might have the Yeri no Me and steal my shit. I'll cut her coochie off if she does that shit. That'll make it truly a 0 out of 10 right there. I leave my streams feeling raw and dry and tired, you know. One Piece. Yeah, there you go. It sounds a little bit like this. All right, okay. Oda's doing a meme. That's fine. All I do is read chat with the voice thing. Okay, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, with my voice of all things, I can hear the chat, and I'm responding to the yelling in real time. Ooh, I like this. This is the canon thing that's going on. Any artists out there that want to depict this would love to see this visualized. Maybe I'll do a sketch of it myself one day. Me on my boat with the headmask is like it's not the normal BGE like face. It's the just fuck my shit up fam. The one you can see vibrating in the chat right now. I'm hearing on there with my voice of all things, and I'm yelling back so everyone in the whole planet can hear me. That's what's going on, and I'm just listening to inane conversations, not even doing anything meaningful. Okay, let's get to it. Let's continue. We have a question. Is the teacher who could extend her neck an ability user? Pff, obviously, she ate a fucking snake neck smile, you idiot. Or is she from a special species? There was someone like that. You're talking about Sarahebi Sensei. Yeah, remember her? She was a cutie. She's very popular amongst the children, who she frequently teaches, but she tells them an anti-Kozuki version of history filled with lies. Our teachers would never do that. They always tell us the real shit. She is an underling of Orochi and Kaido after all, so she isn't the best teacher. She is the user of the snake-themed smile, so her neck is that of a snake. Makes sense. Makes sense. He sees us all with the sonic wave from his mouth. Yeah, exactly, Talis. There it is. What's that second icon there? The GLHF pledge. What is the GLHF pledge? Good luck, have fun. Does that mean you love to be positive and never negative on this beautiful community that is Twitch? Couldn't be me. Sounds like some virgin activity right there. I'm here to yell at Oda. He's gonna hear me, boys. He's gonna hear me this time. And he'll rewrite the story the way I tell him. You're such a non-toxic gamer. Okay, I love that. Big Chad energy. He's embracing it. Okay. So she's a snake neck smile. I think I had heard that before. Makes sense. Makes sense. Sarahebi Sensei. She's doing real one Oda stuff right now. Retconning One Piece lore in real time. Yikes. You hate to see it. Hello, Oda Sensei. I know it's a lot, but could you tell us the best flower and animal that represent each of the worst generation? Oh, that sounds fun. Coming right up. I don't know very much about flowers. Don't look too deeply into my choices. Deepest lore confirmed. I'm gonna look so deeply. Okay, you know that someone is gonna come back to this. All right. Start the count. Start the cope and start the count for how soon will a lore YouTuber come back to this description here and start making theories based on the connections put here. When Oda specifically clarifies, don't look in too deep. You know what's going to happen. The day count has already begun. Oh my God, Luffy Sunflower! Luffy Sunflower! Oh God, it's literally there! It's happening! Oh God! Yo, let's go! Luffy Sun got confirmed. Just fuck my shit up, fam. Chapter 1, baby. Oh God, truly the Jesus flower. Okay, let me take a sip here. The Hana no Mi model sunflower. Okay, all right. Kid tulip, because his head looks like a tulip. And a fighting bull, as opposed to another kind of bull? But wait, he's saying, oh, right. Okay, so flower and animal, right? Jesus Christ. He said right here, don't look too deeply. Okay, I mean, okay, honestly, I'm not gonna say that, like, this is, like, you shouldn't ever bring it up. Like, okay, it's fine. Like, Luffy is sun-themed. I am, like, 99% sure that, like, that the fucking, sun god stuff hadn't come up. But, like, is it impossible to think that, like, maybe his mind was on, like, sun stuff? I'm not gonna say it's impossible. But, I mean, to me, it's more about the thing that, like, the Sunny Go, is called the fucking Sunny Go, you know? Oh, deepest lore! No, he did not fucking plan that shit at Water 7. It's just that the sun represents freedom. I mean, I think the Sun Pirates were planned to, like, represent freedom. Like, because it was always weird, right? I think that Jinbei was planned from fairly early on to, like, the sun guys being a thing. Because I remember reading Arlong Park and being like, what's with all this like sun tattoos and stuff? Because like that's not like their logo. But fucking, you know, like we see like Arlong's flag, and I was always like, huh, it's weird that like Arlong's flag doesn't match all these like sun tattoos that all these guys got. What's up with that? And like Jinbei had already been introduced, and like Arlong was introduced as like a former like Jinbei associate. So I think that the sun motif was there from very early on, which is totally fine. But you know, just I just don't overthink things. It annoys me when people are overthinking things too much so. I think the Grand Line would be mirrored if he did think of the sun thing. The sun rises in the east and travels west, but they travel east in the Grand Line. I'm not really following the connection there, but maybe you guys can make more out of that than I. Oda just writes about the same thing, so it appears like connections. He also does plan connections sometimes. Exactly. You know, there is a mix, and I think people exploit this mixture. Oda does it because it makes him... It like allows him to form connections in a way that like looks very planned, but mostly it's like open-ended things. I mean, I can't even tell you. I'm so shocked. I'm so baffled to this day. Yeah, things that are sun coded and like sun themed, sun freedom, all that stuff. Sure. Fucking. In fact, I'm actually curious. I'd like to go reread. Maybe some of you guys have like read Arlong Park recently. I wonder how much was alluded to of like Fishman being enslaved by humans, and that's why. Arlong hates them so much and stuff, because you know there obviously was like racism stuff early on about the Fishman, so like I wonder how much was there from the beginning and how much could have been like if the sun there could have represented like freedom or something. I don't know. That it's naturalistic writing, and that's why analytical types get all mislaid. Yeah. And again, I'll just to finish that point, it's like Luffy's head looks like a sunrise, the dawn. Oh, dawn chads. Oh yeah, by the way, like literal chapter 1 and like the earlier versions of One Piece are called Romance Dawn. Like sun stuff has been there since day one, but it's like there's a mixture of things that were planned and just big broad themes that, you know, make Oda allow him to expand on things that confuse people, unfortunately. And yeah, Oda definitely has tons of notes on things to build on later, which is fine, totally fine. I like that. But the downside is that it makes other people think that literally everything was planned, and they are confused, credulous fools for doing so. Do I have a point to make about that? Just I was gonna say just the chapter 1 stuff about like people still say Shanks had Haki chapter 1. It was literally planned. They're ignoring the whole like armament of Haki stuff. Like, why does this fucking it doesn't make any sense if Haki existed all along. One type of Haki existed, but not the others. No, what happened there is a very, very common shonen trope that Oda later expanded upon. That's what happened, and it's fine. Yes, it's Germ's gardening method as opposed to, I believe, what he calls the architect. And there are strengths and weaknesses to both, and I think, unfortunately, the gardening approach can often lead to a lot of frustrating, long-running stuff because you will get contradictions inevitably, you know? It's just frustrating because Oda's consistency, Haki Nika notwithstanding, is one of the strongest aspects of One Piece, yet rather than applaud Oda for being fantastic at building on stuff naturally, they just maintain he planned everything from the start. That is a great point, Pin. And I feel like a lot of this is like, we're separated by Oda from like a culture, you know? And obviously the guy's like not on Twitter, even like Japanese Twitter, or he doesn't do a lot of public appearances, like period. Like, we are separated from the guy, so, like, I feel like this creates a really big separation, and it makes him seem like more of, like, a godly figure when people think about him, and you see a lot of this, and unfortunately, this, like, plays into the strengths of, like, people making YouTube videos a bit, because, like, hype sells, man. People like to believe in, like, these, like, larger-than-life, you know, writers and stuff, even though it inevitably ends in disappointment, at least to some degree. You gotta have realistic expectations. And I don't know, that's like my whole thing. That's my whole thing that I'm at war with. Like, that whole system, I deeply am not a fan. Okay, let's keep going. Kid, he's Tulip Boy, Fighting Bull, Law, Queen of the Night. What the fuck does that look like? In fact, you know what? Let's pull up some of these flowers. Let me pull them up over here. Let's see, Queen of the Night flower. Images. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is Law's flower. Okay, looks pretty pog. All right, what's next? Blackbeard, red spider lily. Oh, and also Law is like a snow leopard guy. Yeah, I heard Blackbeard, hippo guy. Hilarious. Okay, red spider lily. Red spider lily. Flower, right. Spider Bros. Ooh, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I've always liked this flower. This is Blackbeard's flower. What could it mean? What could it mean? This was planned from chapter 1, no doubt. This flower. Zora, wisteria. I know what wisteria looks like. You guys know? Huh, I'm surprised he chose wisteria, but okay. Wisteria, One Piece. Or what do I say? No, flower. It's like it comes off of trees. There's wisteria trees around me, actually. Ooh, they're beautiful. It's like these hanging tree stuff. Blackbeard. Black Maria is a spider. Black Maria is Blackbeard's daughter. Oh, God!
His name's always just like a samurai.
No, his name's Blackbeard, and he's a deadbeat dad. You know, hey, I'll just say this. I saw a really hype-ass GIF, or it was like a little clip. It was like one of those videos that was like, it was called Rules of Nature Goes With Everything, and it was a clip from like a recent episode of Demon Slayer, and I gotta say, just like that first clip of Demon Slayer I saw long ago, I thought like, damn, this is hype as fuck. It was like a dude who was like way fucked up was fighting with main character guy against like some demon man or whatever, and like that other guy was getting like fucked up. He got like his face slashed, and like main character guy got like his lower jaw pierced as the two like were fighting so brutally to kill this fucking monster or whatever. Dude, it was fucking awesome, and it made me want to watch Demon Slayer. And I do not forget, I think it was the buff ninja dude. He had like a headband on. I don't want to spoil anything, but like there was something up with his hand I don't want to comment too much on. He had like a chain. He had like two swords connected to each other or something. Does this sound right? Yeah, it was the sound guy. It looked pretty dope. Yeah, a cool animation, but the most bare bones shonen plot ever. But the animation was really cool. I kind of want to watch it, man, just to see that shit. But I'm kind of glad the kids are watching it. If it's at least delivered, like it was brutal fight. I mean, the brutality in that fight was nuts. Yeah, it's the most recent stuff. It looked really good, man. It looked fucking good. That's Tengen. He's actually one of the weakest of the Gote 13. I mean, the Hashira. Oh yeah, right. Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, here's a better question. All right, Demon Slayer Chads. Demon Slayer gods, I'm kneeling. I kneel to you. I'm sick of One Piece. It's cringe. Like I said before, in fact, I think I said this in the server before. Y'all are still really talking about One Piece. It's time to move on to Demon Slayer. You know, something with quality writing, something really good I can sink my teeth into. Here's my question. I watched. It's over. Did it really end? Well, the manga's over. I don't know if the anime's over. Should I watch the movie? Should I watch the movie? Because it did look kind of hype. It was Fire Guy or something. Or is there cool action? If there's cool action, that's enough. No, you have to? Well, I don't know if I have to. I don't care if it's canon or not. But I mean, if it means I should to keep going. What I'm saying is it worth my time in general to just like watch that movie to like have fun with it, you know? The movie is in the anime. Wait, there's an anime version of it? Yeah, I know it's the direct continuation. Are you saying that the movie also tells the same story as like episodes of the anime? Oh, right, no, okay, it's an actual arc. All right. So you're saying it's fun. Okay, all right. Maybe I'll watch it then. I just want to know if there's good animation. Is there good fights and cool animation? That's all I want. If that's the case, I might actually watch it because it kind of looks fun. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. All right, there you go. Now I know. All right, let's make a little more progress here, shall we? Smoke a blunt. Oh, I fucking hate drugs so much. It's funny how unironic I am about that, though. Fucking drugs are such cope shit, bros. Couldn't be me. Could never be me. Why don't you lift some weights, bro? Lift some fucking weights. Why don't you get some bitches on yo dick instead? There you go. Right, okay, and what do we got here? Zoro's a shark. Yeah, we've known Shark is a while forever. I am no bitches though. Hey, keep working on it. High on life, bro. It's our time. Absolutely true. Get high on Nadium. Well, that's the best drug known to man. Oh, you want to hear a thing that I probably am not allowed to say, but I'm going to anyway? It's that, like, I just heard, like, a little information the other day about how cigarettes have an unironic benefit in the short term, that they actually boost concentration, and, like, writers using them, it actually makes sense. Like, it totally makes tons of sense and is literally probably good for them in the short term to, like, smoke cigarettes. It helps them focus and stuff. However, all the long-term health effects are definitely still there. So, like, they actually do have a benefit. I didn't know that shit. I feel like I've been gaslit. I feel like I've been lied to, when really I should have been smoking ciggies this whole time to become a level 10 god and then die like a Chad at age 60, you know? Sounds good to me. This sponsored to you by, I can't even name, Cools, the camel guy, right? Camel guy. Remember that camel eyelash from Alabasta? Just inject the nicotine directly like Obama said to do. Makes sense to me. Okay. Yeah, the old dude, Japanese dudes, they fucking love their cigarettes. They do that shit all day. Yeah, maybe it's just like stimulant shit. I don't know. But let's also acknowledge how cool smoking cigarettes is. I talked about this in my Cowboy Bebop video. It's unironically cool as shit because it's a live fast, die young attitude, which is way cool. I would recommend no one do it. Fire is cool. Smoke is cool. It gives you an activity to do with your hands. Way cool all the way down. No doubt about it. But it'll kill you, so I will never do it, unfortunately. Because I'm too busy min-maxing my lifestyle, you know? I just hit the gym, boys. It was back and shoulders day. I'm fucking wide as a god. Okay, well, nicotine is a drug, like how caffeine is a drug, right? So, like, Frank Zappa is my guide stone, and actually, I don't think Frank Zappa smoked cigarettes. Maybe he did. Frank Zappa hated drugs, but the man was the smartest man who ever lived, and he hated drugs, but he loved coffee. And so if it's good enough for Frank Zappa, it's good enough for me. That was a man focused on productivity. Love me some Zappa. All right. Yeah, and smoker gets 2 cigars at once with no negative health effects. Very lucky man. Very lucky. I love coffee. It's I don't know. I definitely don't drink too much, but, like, I don't know. You are getting a little bit on the fucking train. You do become... You know, I've actually never had, like, any withdrawal or anything. God Usopp here saying, I used to do coke. Based. Nah, that's cope. But I'm glad you say used to. That's great to see. I don't really drink a lot of coffee, but I mean, yeah, it is a drug. Like, you apparently do get withdrawals and stuff, but, you know, so is fucking Tylenol. I'm going to take Tylenol if I have, like, a headache or something, you know? Within reason, people. Within reason. That being said, it's a slippery slope. So I have ironclad limitations. I will never fucking do drugs because they're fucking for copers. They're for absolute copers, and it's embarrassing. Couldn't be me. All right, let's try to make a little progress. Jesus Christ. Killer, Snowdrop. Let's get a Snowdrop up there. Snowdrop flower. I have done a goody little sketch of you shouting. Yo, if you can link it here, I'll pull it up right now. Also, you could tweet to me on Twitter. I would happily retweet it, or post it in fact, what you could do is easily post it in the Discord if you want, and you could get a link to it there. And that's one way that you can, like, host it, so you can link it here in the chat. I do that kind of shit all the time. All right, Snowdrops. We're not making it to volume 96, are we? No promises. Oh, I love these flowers. They're very cute. Okay, very nice. And that's Killer's interesting. And he's a weasel. Killer being a weasel makes sense. He uses blade size, and there's a Japanese lore creature that's a scythe weasel. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I remember Tamari's weasel summon in Naruto. Yep, there you go. Time makes a lot of sense. Nate doesn't take drugs. He does Kino things like critically analyzing Japanese comics, which unironically might be worse for me than just doing drugs. It's like my thing how I will never tell a lie, but the people I know in real life get really annoyed with me because I am willing to tell circuitous truths to avoid a point that I don't want to acknowledge or say. Because to me, that's all gravy, baby. That's all above board. So it kind of might make me more annoying and, like, manipulative in how I talk. I don't know. I leave that to the big man upstairs to judge. But I just... jovial truths. It's jovial truths all the way down. No, these are... I think these are truthful jokes. I don't know. It's one or the other. I love our jovial truth and truthful joke lore here. Okay, right. Here we go. Coke and speed. More like cope and seethe. And more like sneed and feed. Am I right, boys? Absolutely. The big Nika upstairs. That's my man. Okay, right. Hawkins, Black Lily. All right, let's see what we got. Black Lily. The more passively you tell lies, the smaller some parts of your brain become. So that gland must be super big for you. Well, I mean, I'm no god here. Like I decided due to like, I don't know, I was like listening to like some Sam Harris stuff or something. And I was like, yeah, lying is cringe. I think I won't do it anymore. And I was like, whoa, what do we got here? Based. And who is this for again? For Hawkins. Yeah, that looks like Hawkins to me. I'm impressed. Okay, so it's a Black Lily. Okay, looks pretty cool. All right, fine. He's an edgy boy. And a horse, fine. Okay, Frisia. Bonnie is Frisia. You're gonna freeze ya ass off wearing those outfits. Bonnie, you slut. Oh, these are pretty. Check it out. These are Bonnie's flower. Jewelry Bonnie, and this looks like jewelry. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay. And she's a deer. Okay, all right, that's cool. Oh, I can't wait to get to my boy. Rouge. Okay, Capone is a rose. Okay, we know what a rose looks like, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Rose, fucking flower. Just so we can all get a for sake of completion. All right, looks great. Probably because it's like an Italian mob thing. And I do believe that Vito Corleone, the Godfather, had one like in his lapel in the first time we see him, which is the day of his daughter's wedding. Man, I really want to watch The Sopranos again. I mean, I've watched the Godfather movies 1,000 times, but I've only watched The Sopranos through once. I want to do it again. The koala from Hunter x Hunter reminds me of Capone a bit. I see that. Oh, a daisy. Rouge, the love maker. Rouge is on the scene. Okay, daisy, flower. That's adorable. This is my man Rouge, the power fucker himself. He canonically loves to fuck. Based. Okay, cool. Love that. And what is he? An elephant. Makes sense. He's a big boy. Apu the poppy. To make drugs? Oh, fuck you, Apu. Chinese poppy fields, Apu, really being your stereotype. Deeply embarrassing. Drugs, blown the fuck out. Not a fan. This is what a poppy looks like? What the fuck? That's not what I had in my mind as at all. What about poppy seeds? Is that these come from this, right? What about poppy sneeds? Are the seeds, is that them? I don't fucking know. Greek poppy. What about Chinese? Like a Chinese poppy. Like they definitely make them from poppy, right? I'm not fucking crazy here. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck off, Chinaman. Stop stealing America's intellectual property. Shit. Oh, and he's an orangutan. Makes sense. Got very long arms. And Drake. Genitalia. Uh-oh. Gentiana flower. All right. Aren't you fascinated by this, everybody? Okay, I love a blue flower. It looks great. And he's an Allosaurus. Makes sense. Boom, we did it. All right, made it all the way through. Okay, on we go. Let's charge right along. Hello, Oda Sensei. I have something I want to ask you. With Zoro always biting his swords, don't his teeth hurt? My favorite character is from Shinya-kun. Hello, Zoro-loving Shinya. It's nice of you to say. It's true that his teeth hurt, but he still does his best to keep biting his sword. The reason why is long ago he made a promise to the world's greatest, to someone who died. Wait. Oh, to be the world's greatest, right? To someone who died, and that sword he bites is a keepsake from her. Okay, but he doesn't have to use it in his teeth. I mean, theoretically. That's why no matter how much his teeth hurt, he will keep biting until the day he becomes the greatest in the world. Thank you for your postcard. I eagerly await the next one. Okay, that's fine. Did you see in the most recent SBS that Zoro has canonically the second biggest tits in the series? I did hear about that, and frankly, I kind of just like doubt it a little bit. But I don't know. Like, how could that be true? His chest is like not that fucking big. Like you can look at it and see it. I think he's pumping the numbers. I don't know. Now maybe it's because like Zoro just like he just like is kind of large. I mean, not really. Like, I don't know. Fucking how about Sonia or some shit? Like she's like gigantic. Her titties are huge. Or is it like, oh well, in proportion to her build? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Like honestly, that claim is like annoying, and I don't know what it means, and it's stupid and just like not true. Maybe to scale, it's like not even true. The girls have like gigantic titties in One Piece. He's just pulling numbers out of his ass. I don't know. That stuff like that annoys me for some reason. Yeah, big meme, definitely the biggest. He has so much muscle in his pecs that it's denser than Nami's fatty breast tissue. Deeply embarrassing. Any giant would beat him even with that. Lol. That's true. I don't know. Okay, right. In chapter whatever, you can see somebody hidden in the baths. The truth is, this was me using my Suiton no Jutsu. I don't know what Suiton means. It was you. I want to show Shinya-kun a prim and proper SBS, but you've gone and ruined it. Okay. I think Suiton means like invisibility. I don't know, whatever. It's fine. Zoro is main character sized, which is small. That's true. That's true. Whenever there is a chapter with a very moving scene, I notice that the SBS corner on the next page never has any vulgar content on it. I think there are lots of chapters with scenes that immerse me in lasting memory, so I was wondering if this is intentional or just a coincidence. You're right. Oh, that's interesting. Whenever there are scenes with characters, which we don't get this experience, bros, because we don't buy the volumes. Not in Japanese anyway. I guess actually people do get it if they buy the English volumes, which I envy. One day I'll do that. I'm gonna own them all. I'm gonna read them. Suiton equals water style. Well, that's true. Oh yeah, you're right. I guess that's true. Sui means water in Japanese. I bet they said that in Naruto all the time. Okay, right. So, whenever there are scenes, when characters cry, or if there is Yuji Sanada and his ilk aren't welcome, poor Sanada, on the SBS after those chapters, I'm very particular about this. Now, that's very interesting. That is Oda considering the volume construction and like choosing questions based on that, which I don't even blame him for. I like that. That is really cool. That is really cool. Anything published by Viz is not worth it. Don't fall for the meme, Nate. Well, I'm gonna own them all in Japanese, which will be part of my continuing quest to you know, learn Japanese, which honestly doesn't even need to take that long. I've actually been redoubling my efforts, and not just doing my fucking kanji studying. Got to do grammar every day, you know. I have all the Dragon Ball ones, and it makes me smile. Oh, that's great, Simsy. I assume in English, by the way. I mean, I kind of want them in Japanese to just be like, I mean, what I want for One Piece, I do want them all in Japanese, and I would be happy to have them all in English as well, like right next to them. I would pay hundreds of dollars to make that happen. I would pay more than hundreds. I will do it one day. Viz chooses to take the L by keeping his name as Zolo for 20 plus years. Yeah, he's no weeb, of course. Good man. Okay, right. So that was a cute answer. I like that a lot. Okay, here's the meme. Here we go. Oda Sensei, I really want to see the human form of Mihawk's cross-shaped black blade Yoru. Until now, all the ones you've drawn were completely uncool. Boo! So this time, please crank the coolness of this human form as much as you possibly can when you draw them. As much as you can. You'll do it for sure. P.S. By the way, I imagine his two swords as a cool One-san and Lolly-chan. Ah, you're good. Okay, let's take a look. Looks great. Kiruze. Oh, that means cut. I know what that means. Aibo. Oh, that means like boy, I think. And gatten shochi dei. I don't know what that one means. Omakeko. Like extra girls. Omake means something. I can't remember. And what are we saying here? Okay, let's read the rest of this. However, because you made your expectations so concrete, it made it easy to understand. Ladies are great too. Roger that. Can't read the text of the cool version. Derpy version. Oh, can't read the text of the cool version. Huh? Black Blade Yoruko. I'll cut you, partner. Oh, I get it. Okay, and Roger, leave it to me. Omakeko. The human versions are complete. My drawing doesn't quite have the maturity of a pro, but this is the official version. Oh yeah, Aibo does mean partner, right? It's a bit of a pun because of the first kanji. Okay, my brain is too small to understand that. But one day I will, when I learn this kanji. What more is there to say? You know, what more is there to say? Incredible stuff, Oda. Love to see it. I'm glad he made such highly sexualized characters for these the debut of the female swords. They look beautiful. Have they ever actually explained how to permanently make a black blade? I believe it has been hinted that it's about armament hockey, like turning it black. I think that's all we know. The coolest thing that the SBS confirmed is that Kozaburo, who made Wado Ichimonji, right, and mentioned Enma to him, looks exactly like anthropomorphized Wado. Such a meme by Oda. Indeed, that is cool and clever, and I like it. Yeah, something very cute and funny about these girls, or at least one of them. Oda-sensei, I was just recognized, oh god, in the Guinness World Records as having the largest collection of One Piece goods at 5656. You gotta update your numbers, my boy. That's Nika. You need 2929. Okay, hooray. Buying those goods continuously for 18. God, is this, not to get on a tangent, but Oda, don't you feel like you're fucking betraying us like this? Fuck you, man. Honestly, Oda, seriously, fuck you. We all built our fucking, we put stake in Gomu Gomu stocks, and then he fucking, like a piece of shit hack writer, pulls the wool out of our fucking feet for some retarded ass literal, make Luffy a literal god fruit. Fuck you, Oda. That was such fucking bullshit. I'm mad every time I think about it. God damn it. All right. Anyway, yes, we found the One Piece whale. Buying those goods continuously for 18 years was not a mistake. Yeah, all right. Good for you. Guinness Book of Records, continue it. Congratulations. What, Sanada? I have mixed feelings about this situation. This is a lie, right? Is this real? Well, searching on the internet, it seems it is real. Oda Googling things. He just like me, for real. Oda, I bought all the One Piece Funko Pops. Do you notice me, senpai? Sanada, you're a YouTuber. Ooh, that very embarrassing. He's going to criticize him for that one, for sure. Also, probably not best to go to his channel, everyone. It's the YouTuber of a perverted man. All right, we obviously got to look up this guy. Let's see if we can find it. Sanada record, One Piece items 5656. Let's see what comes up. Is that this guy? Hang on. Guinness World Record holder Sadanachi explains authentic fake Hancock thoroughly. Oh, 6. Somebody linked it. Okay, let me try that. Looks like somebody was like interviewing him or something. Yo, check it out. Fascinating. He uploaded today. He's got a Gomu Gomu. He's got a Whitebeard and a Luffy and a Katakuri. Based.
Bruh.
All right, what's going on here? The Gomu Gomu man. Oh, Luffy, you do look very cool like that. Don't love the orange and purple. I just don't think they go that great. But whatever. He's had some shitty outfits before, or shitty color schemes. All right, well, good for him. Good for you, man. That's great. Oda has stated he has watched One Piece YouTubers. In theory, he might have glassed upon your 5-hour One Piece lecture. Ah, it's possible. Right, I'm sorry. The Hito no Mi. Thank you for correcting me. Does Oda watch King of Lightning? I mean, realistically, he probably watches, like, Japanese guys. Oda's, I don't think, ever really commented on his, like, fucking, you know, his fucking English abilities. Right, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. All right, what do we got here? So it's nice to know somebody out there loves One Piece this much, even if he is a pervert. The world is truly amazing. All jokes aside, congratulations, even if you are a pervert, and thank you, even if you are a pervert. Oda in the future SBS. Luffy probably stretches about 27 Hitos now. I gotta tell ya, I am so, like, invested, interested, can't say excited, because, like, it's not really a positive feeling exactly, of what Oda is going to have to say in SBS's in the future, because he needs to address his fucking ass bullshit. It's the biggest question. someone has to ask, like, Oda, what the fuck? I invested everything in Gomu Gomu coin, and you just fucking tanked it, bro. You doomed it. You doomed the stock. He got the call, and he doomed it. Explain yourself. And I want him to say, I would have so much respect for him if he just says, bro, here's the deal. I made it up. Like, I had some ideas for Luffy. I gotta make adjustments. I'm sorry. It was the gum gum fruit all along. Like, obviously. And I want Oda to say, I mean, I would love this if he's like, look, obviously I didn't plan this all along. I mean, let's not kid ourselves, but this is what mangakas do. We adapt, you know, like I'm in like the longest running ever. I'm like up there with the longest running ones. Yeah, he's going to say, quote, yes, I had it all planned from chapter 1. That's going to be based. And I will say to Oda,
Shut up, bitch.
if Oda said that, I mean, okay, he would never say that because it's not true. What could you do? What are the odds this is all referring to Kaido? Pretty low, because they just like, God, Dr. Feelgood PhD, I want that to be true. Oh, I mean, I would love it so much if they just like, they pull a bait and switch and all like, they pull an end of Metal Gear Solid 1, okay? Bro, they pull an end of Metal, I don't think this is going to happen, but they pull an end of Metal Gear Solid 1, and what happens is, like all the hints, they outright say it, like characters say it there, and they're like, bruh, the fucking Solid Snake, he got all the good genes, bro. Solid Snake got all the good genes, and Liquid got all the shitty genes. I think they say recessive, which doesn't actually mean bad, but that was always annoying about the right. But none of them had inferior genes, but then literally at the end, you find out that all along that was literally incorrect. And our boy David, our boy Solid, had the inferior genes, and Liquid was wrong the whole time. And like he won despite that because of his training and stuff. I mean, they're still both big boss, but you know, whatever. He overcame his genetic inferiority, as we all must strive to do. Like in that one movie, you know that one movie that people made me watch years ago about that guy who has shitty genes, but he does real good and he goes to space or whatever? They pull a Last Jedi and say, you're nothing, you're no one. Yeah, that'd be great. Gattaca. I kept thinking Attica, and I kept thinking of what's his name? Al Pacino in that one movie going, Attica! And I was like, it's not Attica. That's not right. Gattaca. Yes, thank you. Nate Chad's styling over Ben Virgin's. Well, that's just an average day in a Nate God's life. Am I right? What was I saying? Something about right. If they do that, because it hasn't been Galaga. Thank you. If they specifically clarify that like this was a misdirect and it was just a different fruit the whole time, and it was actually Kaido's the whole time, and Kaido actually had like the Joy Boy fruit. I mean, I would love that, but I would love that, but it wouldn't make any sense. It's not gonna happen. It's unfortunate. So let's cope and see as best we can, dealing with the reality on the ground. My fucking high school science teacher made us watch that movie. Sounds based and red-pilled, my man. Did he follow it up with
I'm the Joker, baby.
pretty based. Does Kaido and Kanji mean strong kid or something, happy boy? I don't know. There was like a thing about that before, wasn't there? Some kind of thing? I don't know. I mean, there are things Oda could do to drastically make what's happening now not that bad. And I pray we do, but right now, I mean, Oda is right now, if he's going to do a bait and switch, he's right now leaning into the bait. Probably with the last panel that we saw of Luffy grabbing lightning is literal activities of the gods. He is leaning into it so hard right now, and I wish he wasn't. But if it's for a bait and switch, that'll be great. It probably won't happen. And then on that day, apologize. All of you kneel and apologize to me. Yeah. What's the most cringe anime manga merch to wear? Without question, My Hero Academia. Yeah, okay, there's Simsy backing up. In modernity right now, it is without question My Hero Academia. It used to be Naruto. It is no longer Naruto. Boruto is pretty cringe, but it's gonna be My Hero Academia because that's just it's whatever's the most basic one. Hunter x Hunter. Now this guy knows what's up, especially fucking the ant arc. Ooh, that's embarrassing.
Shut up, bitch.
Might as well just go around straight up saying,
Bazinga.
you know what I'm saying? All right. Did they mean that? Okay, whatever. I got to keep moving on here. Some people watch Boruto. That's what I hear. Let's keep moving on. There are three races missing from Tato Land, Giants, King's race. All right, the Lunarians. And is it me? Cola-san loves King. Nope. Okay. Thanks for that, Oda. So Oda included that on purpose. He probably wanted people to think about this. Yeah, a little bit, you know? Yeah, My Hero Academia really fell off. It's already in its final war arc. Yeah, that's how you know that things didn't go well. Man, from day one, I said shit like, there's too many kids in this fucking class. He's not going to explain all of them. It's just like the start of Fairy Tail, and we like barely meet most of these characters. This is why One Piece was so smart to start with a very small group. And I mean, even Naruto was wise in that it, like, sure, we meet a bunch of characters, but we quickly break off with our group and we focus on the core group. That's fine. And then later on, you can build them up and stuff. I mean, is there really, I don't know, what's with like Tape Elbow Boy? Is there some amazing character arc for Tape Elbow Boy? And yet he's taking up space, you know? It's just get him the fuck out of there. That's all. Like, having a whole class repeatedly show up was a mistake from day one. And that's a premise problem. He needs to, like, you need to address that in some way. They found a way in Naruto. Off-site missions as they're learning to be, like, ninjas and stuff. Deku became Batman, which was cool, but everything after is mid. Yep. I mean, I only cared about the very beginning with Deku getting the power was cool. Tape Elbows goated. Oh, yeah. Fucking, and imagine Grapehead being a better character than you. Strongest power. Oh, yeah. What was the other thing? Oh, my 7 quirks. You know, the thing about the Oh, my 7 quirks, it is embarrassing. It is humiliating. And it just should have been set up better. I actually don't even dislike the idea behind it on a narrative level. However, because, I mean, it makes sense. These guys are passing down their powers. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But the way it was done, I mean, I didn't read that far, so I can't really comment that much. But, like, the way it was done seemed like way ass pull out of nowhere. It should have been hinted. And he got them all at once? Oh, I thought he just got, like, whips or something, and then he was gonna, like, train to earn more of them. Holy shit, I had no fucking idea. I have 7 quirks, and one of them is basically the Nika fruit. That's a logical extension of the system, but Hori Koshiki, I don't even know this guy's name, sucks at setting up for payoffs, unlike Goda with my Nika gods! Can't do that, gotta rush to the end. Yeah, you're right. Based. Oh yeah, earphone jack. What the fuck is that about? Yeah, how can you have a quirk? Ooh, I bet you could twerk. Ooh, yeah. Based off a human invention. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He gets them one by one, but way too fast. Okay. Sounds shitty. Okay, let's keep going. Can you tell us the name of the frog that sits on top of Usopp's head and how they met? Now, this guy's asking the real question. Machi and Takshi. Takshi? Okay. His name is Ganapyonsuke. Oh, I love this. This is back. This is the kind of thing you want to hear. This is good stuff. Usopp happened to be passing by one day while he was staring down at a dangerous snake. Excuse me. So he jumped on Usopp's head as a ride away. Oh, God, sorry. Let me take a sip here. Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. A ride away from the situation. Usopp is scared of snakes, so he ferociously dashed away. Pyonosuke realized afterwards that staying with Usopp seemed like a safe option, so he just never got off. This is based. This is very based. Why wasn't this a cover arc, Oda, you fraud? Absolutely correct. Fun fact, on top of Gamma Pyonosuke, Oda also named the bug full body planted into his soup back in Barati. He's called Bachi. Acta strikes again. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Imagine Usopp being controlled by Ratatouille. Based. Love that. Revolutionary Army East Commander Bello Betty, everybody's favorite character, looks so beautiful. No, she looks terrible. I really like her. Is she modeled off Marianne from the painting Liberty Leading the People by Eugene Delacroix. That's right. That famous tour guide-like painting, it was the image that Betty... It was from that image that Betty was born. She sure is popular. She shouldn't be, because she fucking sucks. However, some of the ideas behind her are kind of acceptable. Let's take a look real quick and see what it looks like. Liberty Leading the People. Let's pull it up here. I mean, obviously she was inspired by that shit. This was not hard to figure out. Let's pull it up. Oh, titty on stream. I don't care. Yeah. Okay. Looks cool. I mean, it's a great painting. This guy's got no pants. What's up with that guy? I'm this guy. 2? He's got 2 guns. All right, I gotta play it now. There it is. Yeah, looks just like an Oda design. And Bello Betty does have her titties kind of out, you know? God, I love that Robin emote. I just love Robin with cowboy hat. Oh, put Robin in a cowboy hat. Instant dopamine. Instant dopamine directly to my brain. It's all I want. All right, there you go. Anyway, there it is. Wait, where'd the SBS go? Okay, there it is. Close. Fuck off. Odachi, I have a question. I know the Denden Mushi takes on the same appearance as their owner. Right, but I want to know more about how they work. Okay, here comes the lore. Ah, yes, a revolutionary leader who literally takes away your free will. Which she technically does, but we all know that's not what Oda's trying to get at. So, all right, whatever, Oda. Where all the pathetic Stussy stands like me. I do love Stussy, but I don't know. I do. I mean, I mentioned this recently, but like I do have an issue with Stussy's character that like I find it a little bit annoying that like Stussy is just being shown a lot hanging out with CP0 when like she's a deep cover agent. What she should be doing is just continuing to run her like business and not like show up elsewhere. I mean, it's a small point. It's not that big a deal, but like that's what makes Stussy a cool character, you know? Stussy. I know. We're all dreaming of it. Like that was the first time I thought that like, oh, this is CP0 like really having like character. I really like her being a secret agent, while also being like one of these like libertarian god business owners, you know? That's awesome. It's a kid's story. She can't be shown actually running a brothel. Why not? Like Sanji was literally hanging out in a brothel like earlier in fucking the Onigashima arc. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So they look like the person on the other side of the phone. There are even moments where they start looking like their owner, then change to look like the person that the owner is talking to. There are many mysteries with Denden Mushi. So this might be Oda like making some mistakes previously, but let's see. Yes, first off, Denden Mushi have the power of mimicry. It can copy the appearance and distinguishing features of anybody nearby. Second, if someone else is on the other side of the line, the Denden Mushi can also catch their facial expressions when they talk and can reproduce them. Okay, that makes sense enough, I guess. So it's a power. I was wondering, Kinez, that's a great gift right there. We're getting swole. I wasn't doing squats. I was doing back stuff. That's good. So they have literal mimicry powers. I like it. That's cute. No problem. What they choose to reproduce and appear as is entirely dependent on the mood of each individual Denden Mushi. They aren't machines. They're living creatures. So they aren't any hard and fast rules for how they transform. I love it. Flintstones tech. Oda, you've done it again, buddy. This is crucial lore, and I love it. Okay, chapter 292. People that bought the map of the residence were all beings that appeared in Rakugo, right? Kamagoro, Journey to the Large Mountain. Small Farewell. Okay, all right. These are like Japanese stories I probably don't get. Yes. Kisegawa. All right, I don't know what these are, but okay, that's cool. This is some deep lore Japanese stuff. I don't know. Where can you find a link to the Discord? Let me show you right now. There's a link to the Discord right below the stream, right here, my man. Just click right there. It'll link you straight to the Discord. Post that shit. I want to see it. Oh, I gotta move this back. That's where I'm following the chat. Rakugo is a Japanese story theater art. I know that, Mr. Lemon. Who the fuck do you think I am? There's actually, in Shonen Jump right now, there's like a new Rakugo-based, like, I guess it's not a comedy. I guess it's like a drama? It's like a girl learning to do Rakugo professionally or something. Yeah, I don't know. Also, there's like a couple of anime that have done them in the past. I don't know, whatever. There was a really good one that everybody loved. I remember I talked to fucking Jeff motherfucking Basement Thu. Was on like one of the it was on like the seasonal anime rundowns or whatever, you know, and it was good. I am a recency cuck. Happens to the best of us sometimes.
You ugly.
All right, that's enough.
Shut up, bitch.
The Rakugo period drama, yes, and it was really good and cool, and I wanted to finish it. Okay, it was an homage to sashimi is limited to tuna. It's a speech, and the Senma of Bone and White Eyes. I get the impression that Odachi really likes Rakugo. Oh, so these are specific Rakugo things. Exactly right. There are tons of Rakugo references packed all over the place. Only the people in the know can smile when they see them, though. Man, you know, it's things like that like, you know, think about, this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, especially as I've been like ramping up my study of Japanese. I'm just like, man, I don't understand this culture at all. Like growing up in Japan, I mean, I think about that because that's the language I'm actively trying to learn. It is like a fucking universe that I have very little insight into, you know? And I hear about these Rakugo things that like all these guys get, and I think, man, this series really is for like a Japanese audience. I know that's not a shocking point, but it's at moments like that I really reflect on that. And I think that like, I would really like to be able to understand this, you know, like, hey, I know my own culture pretty well. I mean, I will never be Japanese. I couldn't agree more, but like, I could theoretically get some of the, you know, honestly, no matter how good I get is in Japanese, am I going to really like learn fucking these specific Rakugo skits that are like some of the references, you know? Like absolutely no way. Like no chance, man. No chance. Maybe some of them like I'll pick up through like cultural osmosis if you like watch a lot. Probably not though. Probably not. I just think that's interesting, you know? I just think that's very interesting. And I would like to. I feel like in my lifetime, I will be able to like kind of somewhat adopt like one language really well. I'm not one of these guys who's like some people I know are like linguists. I met a bunch of them when I was in Japan. I know a guy who learned like 4 languages there. Maybe not fluently, but he like learned about a lot of it. God, if only I was reborn to a Japanese family, all my problems would be solved. Yeah, not exactly my point. I mean, literally true for sure, but not exactly my point. You gotta like have that kind of cultural learning. Right. I think like I'll be able to like kind of get one more culture somewhat, obviously not anywhere near like fucking being like a native person or whatever, but I might be able to like learn a bunch. And I want it to be Japanese just because I've devoted a large amount of my life to consuming Japanese media and I really like it. And I just hope I can follow through and learn it, you know, because I don't know. I've just really been enjoying studying Japanese lately, and I'm not even doing it that well. You know what I'm doing? I followed a bunch of guides I found on 4chan. I'm gonna show you guys the website, one of the websites that I'm using. I'm not even sure it's the current one, but to truly master a language, you have to actually converse in it. Learning it like an academic subject doesn't work in the long run. I couldn't agree more. Which is why you immediately need to go to like immersion learning techniques and also consuming media and engaging in conversation as well. I just want to show you guys this one thing because I think this might be a good resource that people might appreciate. Is this the one? I want to show you the one that just looks cooler. There's like a couple of them that float around. They're very similar, but like check this out. This right here, this is the one. There's like, I've never even said this out loud before. itazuraneko.neocities.org. And there's another one that's tatsumoto.neocities.org. Those guides are decent. Yeah. And this is just a guide to get you started. However, you do need to get off the ground, you know, and you do need to do your grinds. Yeah, exactly, right? Yotsuba Chads. Right now, what I am learning is I am using a Yotsuba learning guide that I think I found on this specific website. Let me see. Now, what do? I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. I've got it right here. The Yotsuba reading pack. So, like, I've got the manga. You can download the shit right here. It gives you a bunch of files. It gives you the, like, the vocabulary that you gotta learn in order to be able to read Yotsuba. and it makes that like flashcards for your Anki deck, which I'm still kind of learning how it works, you know? So this is the way to do it. I'm trying to get pretty serious about it. And I'm just saying, it's something I've been really invested in, and it relates to One Piece a little bit at times. So yeah, I really want to get to post the link. I will happily post the link. Check it out. I'll post the link to, is this the main page? I just want to post like the main. I just like to post to the home page. Main guide. Here we go. Here you go. Boom. In the chat. There it is. Right there. Check it out. I mean, it's a link from 4chan, so you know, your mileage may vary, but so far it's been very safe for work, and also based in red pilled. So check it out if you're interested in learning. I know I am. Nate, can you sub to yourself? What you mean, like on Twitch? I don't think so. All right, let's keep going. So there you go. Rakugo things, cool. Wait, somebody said something before. Nate can only speak 2 languages, cope and seethe. Well, you're right about that. It says you're a 48-month tier 3 sub. I think it automatically gives you like the biggest one for like however like old your stream is. I think that's how it, so you just like you're given that by default if you're like the one who hosts it and it's your stream. I think that's the idea. All right, moving on. Have you ever used those apps that make your face look younger? Well, for Odachi, even if you use it now, it would be okay. Okay. If my favorite characters, Mihawk, Crocodile, and Doflamingo, use this app, what kind of baby faces would come out in the photos? Oh shit! I need to pull this up. Okay, I actually found this stuff on. I don't want to show the whole thing because copyright claims could be a bitch, but and I don't like to blur the SBS episodes because I can show most of it on stream just fine. But I actually did find like they do have the post of these on fucking Reddit. So it was the Reddit fucking chapter or volume 95 mega thread.
That's pretty
Let me
good,
pull that
right?
up. Who dares sub to me? Italian Coco.
Easy money.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
His name's Zolo, he's just like a samurai.
Okay, where'd the check? Okay, there it is. Oh shit, that was 2 subs. That was 2 kindly subs for other people. That is very generous, Heavy. Thanks a lot, buddy. Okay, here's the album. Okay, got it. Got it right here. We're tragically getting to this point where the SBSs are like not super well filled out with information, and they don't have a lot of like images. Artur bros, are we gonna have to go to my man Artur? Just post links. Sure, I'll happily post the well, here's a link to the it's actually good. I know, don't cringe. It's a link to the Reddit post, but that has the album with all the stuff, so you can go check out for yourselves. But I do want to show this particular part, which is okay, right here. Yeah, I got it. Check this shit out. Wait, did that scroll? It did scroll. Shit, hang on. I want to show as little as possible, just because it might cause issues. Okay, there it is. Boom, right there. You can see him right there. And what was Oda saying about that? It's like face younger, Crocodile, fucking Doflamingo, and Mihawk. Okay, that's cool, I guess. And I was going to say what? Now, notably, notice how he didn't make Crocodile actually secretly look like a femoid. Oda, is he Luffy's mom or not? I'm gonna need some confirmation on that. All right. What else is going on? Okay, right. They look like kids. Okay. Why did Kid and Killer not just take a break when they were stuck underwater and couldn't breathe? Take a break? What is that? What is he talking about? I don't know. I do not understand. Okay, where is the shit? Crocomom debunked, finally. Certainly, if they could take a break, then they wouldn't die in that situation. By the way, it seems you're a pretty big fan of the Kid Pirate Crew. 420 Land based. These fucking people coping. Like, we see all kinds of... The fact that we don't see Crocodile's face is like... People use that as like, oh, it's obviously true. But like, other characters were shown from like weird angles too. Fucking yawn. All right, bored by that argument. Yawn, deep yawn energy right there. All right, what else we got? I don't know what this is talking about at all, so I'm moving on. Wait, not just take... I don't understand what that means. Okay, Odachi, I have something I'm curious about. Early in One Piece, everybody in One Piece says it's like, I don't know, or I don't need it. This is some Japanese shit again. Why do you use the katakana e? Does this carry some kind of personal meaning for you? That's a simple one. Oh, it says Kanemaru. Interesting. I put in the Discord, no idea what channel to put it in. Okay, I'll pull it up. Let's see here. Talking pirates. If you just put in the main one, that's fine. Ah, okay, here we go. All right, we've got lore happening live before your very eyes. Are we seeing it all here? Oh, it looks great. Who was that? Povolart. All right, so here's the Bestman Pirates. We're sailing. It's got the fucking it's an actually vibrating fucking GIF on screen. With the sunglass pirate here. Oda! Why'd you fuck it up, Oda? You fucked it up. And there's the Yeru no Mi user awakening. And these guys are deeply disturbed to hear it. This is a pure Kino. Thanks, dog. That's beautiful. Oda! Yeah, there it is. Look at that face. Oh, look at him sneed. Okay. So something about using the eh. There's a manga out there called Akira. They made an anime movie out of it. They sure did, Oda. And even now, there are fans all over the world. It's a super famous work. Indeed, it's quite based. In that manga, they use small letters just like the way I do now. When I was a middle school student, I took heavy influence from it because I thought it was so cool that the characters had a special trait when speaking. So, okay, hang on. They go from Shiranai to Shirane, and Iranai to Irane. Okay. Or I don't need it. Why do you use the katakana e? I've read that. I actually see this pretty commonly. I've never looked this up in my Japanese studies. I see people who take the AI, that I, like nai, and it becomes an e. Like for whatever reason, I think like when characters in Japanese speak, that nai becomes ne, just like out of it's some sort of like cultural like easy going way of saying a phrase. It's like when you're relaxed and not being like grammatically perfect, that seems to happen. So I think he's saying that happened in Akira. I don't know. Okay, anyway, whatever. That's cool, I guess. Okay, Doflamingo gives off the same feeling as Spider-Man. I'm glad he acknowledged it, finally. I'm not weeb enough to care about this shit. Tell me more about frogs and Zoro's tits. Agreed. Okay, moving on. Let's see if we get some. Spider-Man confirmed. Let's see what he has to say. However, Spider-Man has only recently become popular in Japan. At least that's my impression. The look of Doflamingo's eyes, which we never saw. Well, we did see that one time, though never like the full face, is actually based on a look that was popular when I was in kindergarten. I found an old picture I drew from those days of Kamen Rider Super 1, and I think that's probably where I got my inspiration. I love the look of those eyes. I assume he means like the sunglasses or something, because like we see very little of his eyes. In the flashback of Volume 94, chapter blah, 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 people of Okabore Town are eating smiles and saying, "What delicious apples." Is the deliciousness of the smiles different than that of the real devil fruits? It's been said before that devil fruits taste disgusting. Somehow, smiles take on the flavor of normal fruits. However, it can also be said that that's because of this that the tragedy of Ebisu Town could occur. Indeed. Sanchez says the E is harsher than the I, so it has a forceful connotation, but it's very much a manga thing and only kind of a real life thing. That's interesting. Sanchez, were you the one who says that you're like, I don't know if you're native, but like, or again, I guess I won't even say fluent, but like an experienced like Japanese speaker? That was you, right? Are you in the Discord? Because I want to put a label on you. Because like I want to come back to people like you who know Japanese well, not native, but yeah. What's your like? Where did you study? Are you self-taught or what's your deal? If you're in the Discord, let me put like a label on you. Just tell me what like your name is there. I want to put like a knows Japanese label on people so I can ask them questions if I ever need like translation stuff. Yeah, okay, let's see. Let me join. I'd appreciate that. Join, let me know what your name is on there, and I'll give you a thing. Okay, so I love seeing Nami in a kimono, but I'd rather see her without her kimono. That caught me off guard. That's based. That's pretty based, boys.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Sanada. Okay, it's Captain Nobuo. I understand, says Oda. She would say, "Oh my," as you unravel her obi. No doubt. This is a common scene in historical plays, so I actually want to include a scene of this as well, which I believe he did like behind a screen or whatever. Holy shit, my mail made it in. Wow, I know, this is very based. A toast to the based writers all over the world, Sora Chads. This is a common scene, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to include it. It ended up being too difficult to integrate without the story becoming too messy, so I sincerely apologize to everyone. Okay, as a mangaka, I have the power to bring to life the dreams of my readers. That's true. And I will continue to polish my skills to that end. Very impressive. It was from the back. Oh, okay, well, fair enough. No. That's something Sanada would say. SBS, that's all our time. See you next volume. And tragically, I have not made it in far enough today. It took me too long. It took me too long to fucking get through this, so we are not going to be covering another chapter. This has been exactly a one SBS chapter talk, though we did talk about a couple other things there, so that's fun, wouldn't you say? I know, I was just too slow, but my throat's already getting raw, and I think I'd rather just end it a little early than go too long, because honestly, it has been a very tiring day for me for a bunch of reasons. So I think we'll just call it right there, shall we? Goda, I'm coming to meet you in hell, my man. Yeah, I think I got nothing else to say, really. We'll continue. So there should be a chapter next week. I was checking the schedule. I think coming up there's like a 2-week gap. It's like I don't know if it's like Golden Week, and then I think they missed like 2 weeks or something there. So I'll miss that, but there will be a chapter next week. We'll talk about it. We'll be right here, baby, and we'll just dig into it as deeply as we can. And next time there's a gap, we'll be right back at it doing SBS stuff, and maybe we'll even start heading like backwards in the other direction, reading, fucking older SBSs or something. I don't know. And maybe I'll do an episode where we specifically just talk about the movie where it comes out. I mean, like, I don't fucking know. Like, obviously that's not going to be for a while. I don't give a fuck about the movies. But, like, back when I was doing content, like, I didn't mind watching the new movie to just, like, I mean, on that, I had a goal. I had a mission. I wanted to say, you know, fuck Oda for introducing this, like, literal spoiler in the movie. What a piece of shit. New anime episode tomorrow by the good director. Oh, that's pretty based. I'm glad to hear that. Are we at Roof Piece yet? I don't know. You'll have to ask them. They'll tell you. Oh, and before I end, I just wanted to follow up with, draw her giving birth, Oda, immediately. Where was it? Sanchez, if you're still out there, did you join? Do you have like a thing? I'll put out like an ad or something to people in there to let me know if you're the dude I was talking to about, is that's your name? Let me see right now. Hey, there he is. Okay, I want to put that so I can refer to it later. All right, we're done, everybody. All right, sounds good. Thanks for being here. We will, I'll read the Boichi Nami versus Khalifa fight redraw during the next week gap. It'll be a real horny time. It was fine. Yeah, we'll label him. Big Shank's energy right there. I did read the Boichi chapter. It was fine. It was perfectly acceptable. I mean, his art is good a lot of the time. It kind of felt weird reading. I don't know. It was just weird. Like, it's a fine addendum. It doesn't fuck up anything. It was very nice and pleasant. And we're not quite at Roof Piece yet, so that'll be fun. Thank you for the stream. It's been a pleasure, everybody. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining. Let's play some of this shit. And lastly, it's been a pleasure, lads. See you later.